Hello Game Boys and Game Girls, I'm the Game Boy Guru and welcome to a somewhat late pickups video. I normally intend to do these toward the beginning of the month, following the month where I've done the actual pickups and things have arrived in the mail, but it's December, and as most of you know, once you start to get into the holiday season, time gets away from you very quickly, and I've been quite busy with work and personal stuff and so forth. And so anyway, let's just dive right in and see what I got. So I managed to get to my favorite pawn shop at least once during my time this past month. So quite a few things here that I need to pull out. Blu-rays there, and let's take a look at all of this. It's quite a lot to go over. So let's start with a couple of additions to the PSP collection as I'm slowly working my way toward that full set. I got NBA Live 06, and this is complete, as are all the PSP games that I pick up, and same for Madden NFL 07. Didn't have 07 for some reason. I've got 06, 08, 09, and a couple of others, but did not have Madden 07. Xbox 360, got a few things here. Got Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection for 360. I've had the PS3 version for quite some time, but did not have the 360 version. This is a Platinum Hits, so that was pretty cool. I got a copy of Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. Also got Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes, and it looks like I've got 2 copies of that. Oh, because I picked one up and meant to send it to somebody, and then I forgot to do that. Oh well. And then Ghost Recon 2 Advanced Warfighter, which, or I'm not sure if it's Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter 2. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, a couple things there. Got one original Xbox game, and that is the Platinum Hits release of Max Payne. And so add that to the collection here. Also picked up a vanilla version of Infamous. This is the game that... this is the reason I wanted to get a PlayStation 3 back in the day. I played the demo of this at a Target and really thought it was pretty awesome. And someone had left it in the area where you have to use Cole's electricity powers to get the sort of, not subway, but the kind of train that runs on the upper track around town, to sort of get that going again. And I thought that was really cool. So this is the reason I wanted a PlayStation. And after or a PlayStation 3. And after I got my PS3, I bought the set that has Infamous 1 and 2 on it together. But I did not yet have a vanilla copy, so grabbed that. Also got some GameCube stuff, which doesn't always happen, but is always good to do that. So I finally picked up a copy of Star Wars Bounty Hunter. This is one I've been after for a while, but you know, GameCube games are a little bit more expensive, generally speaking, so I didn't want to pay a ton for it. So picking it up at the pawn shop was perfect. Also got the Polar Express, which looks interesting, and Cars. So yeah, a few fun items there from Ye Old Pawn Shop. I went to a concert with my younger brother. We went and saw Dream Theater, which was amazing, and we got to town a little early, and so after we grabbed a bite to eat, we had a little bit of time to kill before actually getting over to the show. So we stopped at a used music store, and they have some video game stuff, and they had this up at the counter in their display case, and I thought, this is one I've been after for a while. I asked the guy how much it was, and it was much cheaper than I normally see it in the wild, and that is Mario Brothers for the Atari 2600. This is, of course, the based on the Nintendo arcade game Mario Brothers, not the later Super Mario Brothers. But I remember playing this version as a kid on the 2600 and being impressed with how well it worked on the 2600 compared to the arcade version, because I'd played the arcade version as well. And so I remember being impressed with how well it translated to the 2600 despite the limitations of that console, and despite, you know, how it had to be scaled back. So there's definitely some nostalgia in this one for me. Also got some stuff in the mail this month. First thing that I got through Amazon is Tecmo Classic Arcade for the original Xbox. This is one that I passed up a little over a year ago that I should have bought, but didn't. And anyway, this is an arcade collection of different games. Most notably, at least on the top of the packaging here, Bomb Jack, Tecmo Bowl, and Rygar. Those seem to be the flagship titles, and those are the ones that they show you screenshots for on the back. But in addition to that, there is also Pleiades, which is a single-screen, classic shoot-'em-up style, you know, Galaxian, Galaga, Gorf, Phoenix, that kind of thing. There's also Star Force, so this is the arcade version of Star Force. And, for me, the one that I was most interested in is Stratofighter, which is a shoot-'em-up, and is the only console available console version of that game, and this also supports 480p, which is cool. So it'll be nice to have a real clean picture when I play this and pump this this signal through the OSSC. So anyway, very cool to have that. I also splurged a bit on something that I wouldn't normally do, but I'll explain, I guess, why. And that is that I purchased a collection on Xbox 360. This is a Japanese release. This is Mochi Mochi Pork and Pink Sweets. Two cave arcade games that, they're shmups, of course. And, I spent a little bit more on this than I normally would, but I kind of justified that based on the fact that it's actually two full arcade games. And so if I were to purchase a single one of these games, if they were released separately, I would be paying, less money per game than I would for a standard retail release. So anyway, Mochi Mochi Pork is kind of a standalone title. It's a goofy game, and then Pink Sweets is the sequel to Ibarra, which was an earlier arcade release from Cave and did receive a release on the PlayStation 2. So anyway, will be interesting to dive into these games at some point and give them a try. And finally, I got something from Limited Run that I've been waiting for a little while. And that is the limited edition of Freedom Planet. I downloaded this game on my Wii U back in the day. Loved it. This was one of my traditional January 1st, New Year's Day games that I picked to play. And of course it comes with a little card there, collectible card. And so I haven't actually opened this yet, so I thought I would open it up and show everybody what's inside. Let's see here. Let's just do this. And for those of you who haven't seen this or didn't know this was a thing, I'll just kind of show it off. And for those of you that do and didn't buy this, then, you know, I can spark the usual awe, wonder, and jealousy. So there's that. Alright, so this is a nice little slip cover here on the front. Probably because then it was cheaper to produce a generic box for the game, since it was being released on both the Switch and PlayStation 4, and then produce the slip covers instead of producing 2 sets of boxes. I'm guessing that was less expensive to do. So, opening up the box here, we have quite a setup here. Let me see. Wow, this is pretty cool. Alright, so there's these two deals here. This one obviously has the actual Freedom Planet Switch game case. And I'll go ahead and flip this out so we can actually take a look at it. And yeah, Freedom Planet there. And of course the pictures and description on the back. So there's the game itself, and as far as the goodies that come with it, this is excellent. Got a 2-disc CD soundtrack. I really like the music in this game, and so this is going to be awesome to have. I'll be able to rip this to the computer and get that copied over to my phone. And there's also this, because the game is highly inspired by Sonic the Hedgehog, there's also this really cool sort of collectible Sega Genesis style cartridge with this black checkered background like you would see in on a Sega Genesis type release. Artwork on the back, and even with the hang tab, which is cool. I wonder if this is a sign that they Limited Run might be making some Sega Genesis replacement boxes as well. I know they're working on, they're doing Saturn and Sega CD boxes, but there's also this really cool poster. And it looks like it's two-sided, so that's pretty cool. Let's see if I can open this thing up without tearing it. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. So you got, I'll back up here. You got one design on the front. Whoop, there we go. And another design here on the back. So that's pretty cool. Very nice. Very nice poster. Very nice package all around. Really happy with how this came out, and I'm glad that I was able to get this one. You know, I was still a little bit disappointed that I missed out on the Shantae and the Pirate's Curse limited edition, because I love that game, and that's one of those that I really wanted to get that limited edition for. But as big a fan as I have been of Freedom Planet, I'm glad to have this package, because it'll be nice to actually have, you know, these things to use and to play. It'll be nice to have the physical copy of Freedom Planet finally, so I don't necessarily have to keep it loaded up on my Wii U, or I can maybe move it to the external hard drive that I'm using. So yeah, this is great, and really cool package with some neat extra stuff. That poster, I'm not sure if I want to find a really big frame for that and hang that up somewhere. It's pretty cool. I mean, because it's, you know, this artwork on the one side, and then artwork featuring the secondary character, not Lilac, but Carol, on the back side of the poster. So anyway, really cool package, and yeah, this is making me very curious to know if Limited Run plans on making replacement Sega Genesis and Master System style clamshell boxes, because that's pretty cool, and I kind of like the blue. I got to be honest, that's really awesome. So that is all I have for November. I already have some stuff for December that that I have picked up, and I'm looking forward to showing that off. I know I've got a couple of other things coming in the mail, so we'll be doing that. And I'm also hoping to, here before too long, do another video game vinyl video, so that we can I can show off some of the other stuff that's come in the mail in the last couple of months or so. I got to go back and look at what I've shown off so far, so I can make sure not to double up. But yeah, that'll be a good deal to take a look at some of those, and there's some really cool pieces that I think you guys will enjoy. But that is all for this month, and again, I apologize for taking so long to get this video out, but it's just busy in December, so that's how it goes. So if you like this video, consider giving it a thumbs up. Also, consider subscribing so you can see more of my content in your YouTube feed. I will have a link in the description below with my the address to my blog, so you can check out my Game Boy reviews. That is gameboyguru.blogspot.com. Also, consider checking out Nira's channel. He provided the Super Mario Land overworld music that I use as the intro for a lot of my videos, and he's got a bunch of other great chip tune and game music cover music as well, so please consider checking that out because it's great stuff. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for playing, and game on.